Hey everyone, welcome back to Coding Monk. In previous tutorials, we have learned how you can set up your production ready AI application. We have set up different providers. We have created LLM factory, which you can utilize dynamically based on what provider or what LLM you want to use. And in last tutorial, we have learned how you can create streaming response from backend side. So you don't need to wait for backend to respond with whole response from the LLM, but you can stream that response as it comes from LLM. Nowadays, we also have different kind of LLM, right? We have multimodal LLMs, we have image to image LLMs, we have text to image LLMs. So in this video, we are going to learn how you can talk with multimodal LLMs. So what we are going to do is we are going to provide an option where user can upload their images and do something with it. They might want to summarize it, or they might want to extract some information out of that image. So that we are going to learn in this tutorial, how you can do this, and it might have a lot of application into real world, but here we are going to just implement it technically. And then in future tutorials, we are going to build some POC, how you can use this kind of features, how you can utilize this multi-models, and that we are going to learn in future. But here we are going to cover very basics, how you can interact with the multimodal LLM and upload an image and give it in an image. We can extract some information out of image. So that's we are going to learn in this tutorial. So let's get started. As you know, this is the UI we have created to add the context, to upload the files, and to select the models. So as of now, we don't have any implementation around these files. So what we are going to do is we are going to write a code which basically uploads this file to the backend, and on backend we are going to handle these files and give it to the LLMs, right? So let's start with the front end. So as you know, we have these three different components called context panel, page, and we have this chat.ts file. So majorly we will need to do changes on this file. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask an AI to accept file, update, send stream message to accept file, as well as make this request multi-part. Great. So I'm going to apply these changes to it, and again I'm getting this error that a required parameter cannot follow an optional. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pass this parameter after this, and it should work. So I'm basically appending all the data now in form of form, and that's going to be sent over to the backend. Let me also explicitly set content type to multi-part form here, so we don't get issue on backend side. In page.tsx, we'll need to pass all the files we have basically selected. So let me do that as well. So that I'll need to do it here. And this file should be now sent over to the server, right? One more change I want to do is, because this GPT-4 doesn't support vision model, so I want to support the vision model, so I'm going to use GPT-4o. So I can do one thing, I can, instead of statically setting it, I can set it in variable and create these items dynamically. Awesome. So I'm going to apply this, and this is great. Again, I want to use 4o, removing 3.5, so this should be working, and it's great. Now let me go to front end and still check it's coming or not. Yes, it's coming. So on backend side, we'll need to handle this uploaded files. So if I inspect this and try to send file on the backend side, I should be able to get an error. So as you can see, I'm getting some backend error. On backend, to handle the multi-part, we'll need to install one package. So that I'm going to do pip3 install Python multi-part, and that's already added, so I don't need to do that, but that you need to do. Now first let me go to LLM factory and update this model names to GPT-4o here as well, because we want to use this GPT-4o. Same way, if I go to schema file, I'll also need to update model name here as well. So I'm going to close the Frontend file and I'm going to change here as well. So it allows this model. Now we will need to validate our uploaded files. So that I'm going to do first. So now I'm going to add one more parameter called files, and that's going to be an optional, and it's going to be a fast API upload file. Now I want to validate this file for PNG and JPEG files. PNG and JPEG. And cursor will do its magic. Let's validate based on content type instead of just extension. Awesome, I think we should apply this. So let me accept this. Also, this request is going to be a form request, right? So I will also need to update those things as well. This request is going to be form request. Update accordingly. Let me improve these and tell, can you do as form Yep, it's getting me that, and let me apply this. So now I am in chat.py and I will need to update this chat request, and so that I'm going to use as form. It depends on form, and I can remove this response as well because we are not using this response and we are using this chat response, right? So I think that should be fine. Now currently we are defining this human message or prompt statically. Now let me make it a little dynamic and do something like content is equal to text, and if it has file attributes, we'll call this or create this prepare images function. So that I'm going to create in utils function. So let me go to utils and create new file called file handler.py, and here I can create this prepare image messages. So I'm going to ask a cursor about it, create this function which will take image from client side and make it AI ready. Because LLM cannot directly consume an images, we'll need to convert those in base 64 and give it into the base 64 format. So AI has given, I think, very big function. I think we can do better on that. I already have one function which we can use. It's very simple. We are just taking files array here. We are iterating through all the files. We are extracting the content type from the file. We are encoding the file into base 64 and we are appending into the messages. So we need to add this type as image URL, and image URL will be basically base 64 image, right? And that we can use here, and I'm being able to access the function. Yes. And that's it. I think we are done almost. So now I can remove this and do something like this, right? Awesome. I think this should be it. So now let's try to upload a file. I have one invoice file here, and what I'm going to ask is, let's extract invoice information in JSON format, and let's see how it does. Awesome. Here is an invoice information extracted in JSON format, and let me copy that and format this we are being able to get all the information from invoice, like what are the different items we have, what's an invoice number, who is we are billing to, and notes as well. So this is great. Let me upload other information as well. We can also choose another model as well. So let me choose now OpenAI and do same thing using OpenAI. And I think it should be able to give us again. It has given in proper JSON format as well. So this is great. Like it was not being able to extract some other information like we have here like notes, but I think all the information we have got from the invoice, right? Let me upload any other images like some NFT maybe, or let me do describe image and try to see what it does. Yes, the image depicts a scene coastal landscape at sunset, and that's what that image was about. And this is great. We have now working application which uses basically multimodal, and you can upload your images and play around with it, extract some information, describe the image, summarize the image. So all this information you can get from the image using multimodal. And this is really awesome way to utilize multimodal. So I think that's it for this tutorial. I wanted to show how you can use multimodal. Let me know if you have any question, if you are facing any issue into implementing this multimodal. But for this tutorial, I think we are stopping here. We'll be meeting in next video and we'll talk more about how you can utilize various different kind of LLM as well. And probably in next video, I'm going to show how you can manage your prompts properly. So based on different kind of use cases, you can utilize all those prompts you have created. If you have any question, please don't forget to comment into the video. And thank you so much. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video and hit the bell icon. Thank you so much.